Cousin!
What's up?
Hey family, it's your girl Tisa Edge. I'm live on Tisa Edge, and it's a special edition. I'm chatting with another Edge. I'm chatting with my cousin Michael. What's going on, Michael?
Hey, all's good.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yep. You hear echo?
Nah.
Okay, we good. How you doing? You look good.
Hey, so do you. Trying to stay healthy.
You better come through it. The salt and pepper that like that. People supposed to diet. Don't diet.
Nah, I'm wearing natural.
Exactly. Tell the people who you are, because I see I got a lot of questions already. BA, master's, doctorate. Come on now.
I'm just me.
No, you ain't just you. You educated you. Look at outside.
What's up, fam?
Now it's reversed. He gonna harass you the whole broadcast.
To give it, you gotta be able to take it. I'm good.
Word. Go ahead, tell the people who you are and give them something who you are.
All right. So by day, I'm an educator. My professional degree is in education. And then on the side, I have a few businesses doing taxes and finances, photography, shirt business that does silk screening and embroidery.
Okay.
And starting the travel business probably within about next 30 days.
Wow. So taxes, finances, t-shirt, and then travel business is on the way. And that's just supplementing being an educator.
Got it.
Wow. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. How long you been in education?
26 years.
So when do you retire?
This is year 26, so technically 4 more.
You gonna retire 30 years for education?
They gonna give me a check whether I come to work or not? Yes.
Listen, I just had one of my friends hit me up who's an educator out in Texas. And I don't know how long she's been in, but she wants to quit. She's like, she ready to go full force as an entrepreneur. And now to hear you got 4 jobs on top of going to ride it out for 4 years, listen.
I think
we all need some advice on that.
I think it depends on where she is in her career, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's one of those career choices that still will give you a pension right out the whole time, and that can be priceless.
So like what year does the pension start?
So in my state, it's 30 years, regardless of age. Okay. So at the end of my 30 years, I get a check every year until God called me home.
Really?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, right. I just stayed on out for 4 more years. So when you say educator, and now knowing you got 26 years in, does that mean you're still a teacher, or you? Well, I see you have a doctorate. So give me some of that career path, because I got 2 other mentees that's interested in finding a route, but they don't know what route to take.
All right. So my first degree was in accounting.
Okay.
Obviously, I like numbers, and then after 2 years of working in corporate America, just didn't do anything for me. So I went over and became a math teacher, and wanted to coach basketball, which I did.
Oh wow!
I quickly jumped from classroom, middle school math, and went into administration. So I spent administration. I covered grades 4 through 6. 7 and 8, and then the majority of my career, the last part of my career was in high school, and now I'm in district office running data, technology, and wherever else they throw my way, to be honest with you.
Wow. Look, you already got a question. Hey Maria, she said, I don't know what CV is, so you know what CV is?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What that is?
It's a more professional way of terming your resume. So professional and education, I mean, they call it a CV, but for everybody else, they call it a resume.
Oh, that's dope. Look at Marie. You taught me something tonight. So when I talk to anyone else in the educational field, I need to say your CV, not resume.
Correct. Do you have a CV?
Oh, look at you teaching me something. Okay. The question was, shout out to BG Promotion running the questions in the comments. What was the question again?
Something about messy divorce. How do you bounce back?
Yeah, her question is, how do you bounce back from a messy, expensive divorce when you have to utilize all your finances? So does that mean your 401k and all that, Marie, or just everything?
I think the answer for her in general would be whatever your starting point is, that's your starting point. You start building from there.
So what point she's at now is the starting point?
Yes, whatever the starting point is. You can't get back what you had to spend to get to this point.
Mm, that's good.
Don't let that keep you down either.
Mm,
You know, I always say if it's that messy and it's that ugly, you want the separation, finances and all, no matter what it takes. So as you rebuild, you don't have to worry about what else is going on the other side.
oh, that's good. I like that. Let me write that down. So say if the starting point is absolutely zero, like was a business owner, entrepreneur, does that look like going back into the corporate world, getting a job, or does that mean just literally looking at where you are at this very moment and working it?
Sometimes it really depends on your particular circumstance. I can't give a global answer to that.
Okay.
Because it means that you go to corporate world for 2 years to relay your foundation before you go back out into your business, then that's what you need to do.
Mm.
You know, when you step out trying to build a business, there's some really lean years for the first 3 to 5 years. And maybe you need to rebuild it part-time while you have benefits in a steady stream of income until you realize, okay, I built this thing up enough where I can jump and survive.
I like that. I like that. So really so that would really be more of a she said good info, yes, very lean. So that really is more of a so let me ask you this. So with your tax services, so would that be one of the services that you offer, like financial planning or
Oh
is
yeah.
that what I'm calling it?
If you're a client of me, you're getting financial services. And even for those who aren't client who listen to this, you want to reach out to me, you know, information is free. I can tell quickly if you're just trying to take over my time, and then my time isn't free.
Okay.
But the initial consultation is free because if it's going to help you and you're going to listen, man, I can talk all day.
Okay. Are you in a place to tell what after the initial consultation fee is, or is it directed upon the circumstances?
It depends on circumstance. Depends on what I'm going to be doing for you after that.
Ah, okay.
So I'll tell you right now, I'm probably from a tax standpoint and a financial standpoint one of the inexpensive people you'll run into.
What?
Yeah. And here's the reason why. I started accounting and doing taxes because I love the challenge of beating the government.
Come on now.
No, I take it personally when I have to tell you you owe money back. I've actually gone as far as saying, hey, if you don't like my services, take it to somebody else. I'm very confident that if I tell you, oh, there is nothing else that can be done. I've looked at every possibility, gone back and read the tax code for just obscure things, looking any way I can help you. But there's also a time where I'm going to give you some gut-wrenching advice, beat around the bush with. Because if you're in my family as a client, you succeed.
That's good. I like that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to become a client. So another question that came in, somebody who is in the beginning stages of their business, so they're in the startup phase. Do they need to get an actual CPA or accountant, or should they just get a great tax preparer who can help them, or is it a financial planner? Like, what's the actual terminology of who they need right now?
I would say give that person my.
Oh God! Look at your cousin. Fly tie coming to IRS looking for him now. He should have been called you.
I got a clientele base with those people, so yes, you can come on too, bro.
Right. Go ahead.
I would say have that person call me directly or email me, and let me give them the specifics, because I don't again want to give general answers to a general question without knowing the details of their business and how they set it up. In general, I would say if they're starting one, then no, I wouldn't go get a CPA right away. I'll get a tax accountant. Probably the first few years, depending on the type of business it is, you can get away with what's called a Schedule C, personal business, off your own taxes. So any loss that you get in the first few years goes directly against the income that you have on any other salary that you're bringing in.
Oh, that's good. Okay, I know what a Schedule C looks like. I learned that from Ubering.
Well, with your baseline of products, you should be doing a lot more Schedule Cs.
Definitely, that's why I say it's time to become a client, because introducing products and then moving and shaking and then preparing to legalize. Yeah, it's time to sit down and get this thing rolling. And does it matter that you're in Maryland and I'm in Georgia?
No, I can do any state in this country.
Wow, you better do that thing, Jesus.
I'm legit. I turn around business. Like when I first started, I was like anybody else from the hood. All business.
Right.
Now I turn business away if I just don't like. My gut tells me there's something wrong with what I'm seeing. Asking me, it's not worth it. I make my little money off of you and lose my business over you. Not worth it.
So wait, is that like the tax evasion or the people who trying to tell you to do something with the numbers?
Yeah, if you present numbers that don't look right, I'm not doing it.
Wow.
And then I will give you this other option. I will fill this out. You'll pay me for my service. I will not sign this return though. So you can turn it in. You can turn it in. It's just that I'm signing it professionally and put my number on it to say that I agree with what you've done.
Okay, Michael, can you give me? We're gonna make sure we inbox you. No problem, Marie. Thanks for checking in. Hey, Darlene, how you doing? Mike, we're gonna make sure we get your number, your email. I think we got it. We send it all over. We got everything.
DG got me covered.
DG promote you to the rescue. Well, hold that thought. We gonna come right back with a commercial because we get ready to get into some more stuff.
All right.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, come on now. You got time to work. What are you doing?
Wait a minute. How did commercial come back that fast? What else? See, this is where Fly Tie come in there and mess up the phone, and then we froze about 3 minutes. Now he ain't here, everything running on schedule. Right.
Everything on schedule tonight.
Dang. I'm sorry, Fly. You know we got to get you every time. Shout out to Flat Daddy Tire Service. He'll pull up on you when you got a flat and put a brand new tire on you. Y'all check out Flat Daddy. Look at BG talking about, hey, fly tie. But you just hung me. Oh my God. So, fly talking about, look at you. So I want to get back to, I had an education question. I want to get back to, you said you started for accounting. So when you went, did you do like paraprofessional, or you was able to take your degree and immediately go into being a teacher?
I went right into being a teacher. When I was in my undergrad, I took extra math courses because like math for me was kind of easy. So I had quite a few of the courses.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was a master's degree for non-education majors, but you can earn your master's in education. So I went into that program for 2 years and came out teaching.
Wow.
So, you know, when you're talking about going back to our original question from somebody who posted, I think she left already.
Yeah.
The messy divorce and having to start.
Mm-hmm.
I took a second shift job full time while I went to school to get my master's. The program was 1 night a week, and I was off the one night. I went and sat in class. I did that for 2 years.
Wow. Wow. So that was pretty a fast track, because I thought master's was more rigorous than that. I know.
Most programs are 2 years.
Okay, 1 night a week for 2 years.
Well, that was my program. It was one night a week for 2 years.
Oh, nice.
And then before my first year was over, I did do some para work.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't my main job. I did that to get my foot into a school district. So
okay,
8 to 1, I went and worked in this alternative high school. From 3 to 11, I worked my regular job, all while getting my master's.
Wow. Now let me ask you this: Is it true that, so you worked in an urban school, so your student loans been forgiven, haven't they?
Say it again.
The student loan crisis that they're talking about, if you worked in,
I never benefited from that. I might have, but I never benefited from that. I pretty much paid for my master out of my pocket.
Okay, now that's a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, well, it's all about hustling. Like,
really?
To me, it's not a different conversation. It goes back to the original.
Okay.
You need to do from the point you're at.
Okay.
I knew the end goal I wanted.
Okay.
So I'm going to do everything I need to do now to get to my end goal.
Wow. So when you see, so one of the things that I'm looking into, right? I'm stuck between life coaching, getting a certificate, or going to get a BA and to be a therapist. But I'm looking at all these courses, like maybe there's one out here, JMT. I'm not gonna put the full name out. I can do that, a retreat on a weekend for like 4,000, and then become certified, or go back to school for say 2 years and become, I guess, licensed. I guess that's the two different. What's your thoughts on that?
You need to talk about your end goal. What's the end goal? Because that's going to determine what you need to do.
End goal, okay.
Because obviously getting the degree and being licensed creates more avenues at the end of this trip.
Okay.
Getting a certificate is going to limit you at some point. So depending on where you're trying to go in the end with it determines on what you need to do now.
Okay. So is that that's kind of like the conversation I should be having with Jordan for her college track. Figure out the end goal to determine where you're gonna go and how to start now.
Yeah, I'm a little hesitant because at the age that our kids are now, I have no clue what they really want to do, and then they get halfway down the road and realize this isn't what I want to do.
Okay.
Look at our own career paths. We all done that, you included.
True. Yes, true.
So
my degree in funeral services, but I ain't do nothing with it.
Right. So the issue is as I talk to young adults
Mm-hmm.
who are trying to make these decisions, whatever you think you want to do, you do everything up until that point. Now,
Okay.
be willing to change if you realize halfway through this isn't for
Yeah.
me. And change.
Okay. Okay.
Most people in their career change career choices 4 or 5 times anyway.
True. I agree to that. I drink to that. You right about that.
The key is how do you stack some of this so that it can bring in extra revenue later.
Mm-hmm.
So like in your case, you never did anything with it, but if you want to jump back in the field, you gotta go take a couple more courses, and now you got side income.
You know what? I never think about that.
I know you have.
Slinging some dad folk would be good right now. No, let me take that back. No.
Yeah, but I mean
We can't
seriously,
take that out.
sometimes we
Yes.
when we change course,
Mm-hmm.
off instead of looking at it as a potential income stream later.
Hmm. That's good, Mike. I ain't even think about it like that. You do make people think for real.
Hey, you work 26 years in education, you better be able to make them think.
Wow, I never thought about that. And that could probably pay for that degree to get into counseling. Like, oh yeah, let me write that down. You got me writing notes. Look, this how far I'm at getting me. I still
Hey,
got more to go.
keep them coming.
So okay, there we go. I see you. Yeah, you right. What fly tie say? I had too many second starts. I try hard not to get trapped in the past. I feel you on that. At least you keep starting. You
Yeah,
don't
but
stop.
at some point, man, you put your foot down and pivot hard.
That's right. That's
Because
right.
you ultimately got to build to something at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody who's doing anything on their own, they realize it takes about 3 to 4 years to actually get whatever your dream is off the ground.
Ooh. So do you think that goes in with knowing your purpose or just going until you get to your purpose?
I think you find out your purpose as you're on your journey.
I totally agree. I found my purpose on my journey. It's that little burning thing that keeps burning even when you feel like it shouldn't be burning, but it is.
Like my story is to me it's funny. Like I always say, that I know God has the greatest sense of humor
uh,
because I hated school. I hated
you?
school. I hated school. I went to school to play ball and chase girls. That was it. Now,
I don't remember that.
well, you didn't grow up around me either.
But you gotta understand the look that y'all will put on the northern cousins versus the southern cousins. So the northern cousins, all y'all look like you had it together. Y'all were educated. Y'all had the big houses. Y'all went to school. Y'all made good grades. And to us country cousins, we did what you said.
Yeah,
We went
but
to
that
school
doesn't
to
mean I
build
like what I
sports
was
to
doing. That doesn't mean I like what I was doing. That means Doug didn't give me a choice.
Okay. Okay.
That's what that means.
Okay.
And
Okay.
for a kid who really, I wasn't a bad student. I just wasn't feeling it.
Okay.
And now every day of my life, I'm in school. God has the greatest sense of humor ever.
So, what would you tell the kid who absolutely positively hates school, failing school, but
Let's have this conversation of where you see yourself.
oh, that's good.
Because we all got to jump through hoops we don't want to jump through.
Mm,
Now,
that's
you
good.
can take the journey through the wilderness, or you can take the concrete road that's already been paved.
Oh, I like that. Wait a minute, let me write that down. You can what now? I'm writing this for
You can
real.
take the path through the wilderness,
Okay.
or you can follow the concrete that's already been laid.
Oh, that sounds like a t-shirt.
For all of us, it's in our nature to want to be independent. I'm gonna do it my way.
Okay. Right.
You walk through the woods, you got to deal with bugs. You got to deal with uneven terrain. You got to deal with animals that are biting
Snake.
you. All of that. when there was a
Yes.
path for you to follow.
Yes.
Do it your way. You're gonna go through all this unnecessary bumps and bruises.
Yes.
Follow the path.
That's correct. I mean, how long it took you to get to that?
This is years of educating our kids. You got to make them think beyond their circumstance.
Wow. So you actually have these type of conversations when the students come to you.
Oh yeah, I don't pull no punches. I've been called ignorant by my kids, but they love me. Yo, they get edge all day. I don't change for anybody.
And you know what's funny, right? And it's so funny you say that because I applaud you because Jordan had her 8th grade social studies teacher looking fly talking that was me. I can see it. Hey Kendra, hey cousin. So it's ironic that he's also a mega and he also was the football coach. But when I tell you he was straight up no chaser with those kids. And then, like at the end of the year, of course, you know we was in COVID. It was homeschool, and I was emailing him. And I was like, "Why is she failing these tests? Like, is she can?" And he emailed me back. He was like, "Look, Miss Glover, if she gonna sit there and fail a test that she can clearly cheat on, then her heart is in the right place." I'm like, "Dang,
Exactly.
what?" He was like, "Tell her to go back and treat the test like it's her life." And then she started making A's. He let them take the test over as many times as they want because he was like, at the end of the day, it's not about taking it one time in the class. I was like, is this how you really are? He was like, look, I don't got time to play with these kids. Life is short. And you sitting here sounding just like
You gotta be
not cracking a smile.
Like, okay, I'll share this, and for those of you who are gonna listen to this later, please understand where it's coming from.
He's an edge.
So when I was at the high school level, every year we had kids who do not graduate. I would tell them to their face with their parents right there, "You not graduating is nothing to me. You just one less hand to shake." What I'm concerned about is that look I got right there is your parents who've been dreaming about this for 18 years, you walking across the stage. My heart's towards them, not towards you, because you made a choice.
Wow.
Considering them.
Oh, wow. So were you on the do not graduate committee?
I was the committee. I was.
So they already knew if they had to meet with you, they already knew what it was.
Yeah, but I give them options. Like by the time I get to the point where I'm telling you you're not going to walk across the stage, you done blew through 4 or 5 stop signs.
Oh wow!
Well, I'm giving you that.
Yeah.
Hello. I have no emotions for it. It's like saying hello.
Oh my God! So let me ask you this. I'm glad you said that. Being a man in education, and being in education for almost 30 years, right? So it's going back to right, Darlene. That's how I see it. I got chills. So what would you say to the single mom who is pacifying their son, who feels like men are too hard on their child? What would you say to that mom? Knowing what you know about education, first man, second black man, third educated. Right, Keista? Was that not deep?
My conversation is going to be right to the point. You're setting your son up for failure right now. Because at some point, you're not going to be able to jump in and save him. And you're not giving him any tools to be successful in this world that's only going to see him as a black man.
Oh, wow.
I'm not telling you not to love him, but I'm telling you, you better give him the tools to succeed.
And what would those tools be? Because I can't seem to get it out.
First, be the parent. Make them accountable.
Mm.
Because in society, they're going to be held accountable one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
understand the path that everybody's not an A student, and that's okay. But
Mm-hmm.
failure, don't be surprised when your child don't amount to much.
Oh, wait a minute. That went out, I think. Say that one more time. I need to write that down. Say that again.
Everybody's not an A student.
Okay.
Failure, don't be surprised when your child don't amount to much.
Everybody's not an A student, but if they are
But,
failure.
but when you accept failure,
Oh, that's heavy.
don't be surprised when they don't amount to anything.
Oh, that's heavy. I felt that in my shanana.
But that's the generation that we're dealing with right now. Too many parents are blowing off that their kids aren't doing work. And instead of making that a priority, they just blow it up and like, well, I wasn't a good student either. Or it's the system issue. Okay. But you struggling. And you want your child to struggle like you did? That don't make any sense to me.
Wow. Wow. That's heavy.
But that's real. And sometimes it takes us to make that conversation with parents. Now they walk out, they hear me or they don't hear me, they like me or they don't like me, but they'll never be able to say I wasn't honest with them.
Wow. Okay, hold that thought. We coming back to this one. We're going to commercial. Hold that thought. We coming back on this one. Commercial.
Love me. Whatever didn't kill me made me stronger. See, I'm no longer weighed down or tied down. Now I look down and laugh. But see, I'm free. Free from pain, free from shame, free from what once was endless rain. I've come a long way. I am who I am, and my past makes me who I am. I'm strong. I'm smart. I'm sexy. That's me. Latin lady. See, the past don't faze me anymore, 'cause I'm stronger now. This is me. Love me or leave me. I love you all for no reason. Happy TST Tuesday. Peace. Poetry matters. Poetry matters. Poetry matters.
Yes, our fan of the week. That was from Thursday's fan of the week, but I see she in here today. So shout out to you, D the poet. Thank you for always supporting. Shout out to Style by I'm gonna mess it up. Naralo DeCarlo, Michael. Hit him up. Your bros, anybody needs a fashion stylist, that's the man. He got y'all. He got his own little ascot and bow ties and pocket squares. That's the man.
Nice.
He's the bomb. So listen, I got to get back in on this boy thing because you know that's a touchy thing right there, and I already got one text that think I'm talking about them, and I'm not. This is just in general. I'm talking to my cousin Michael, and he's enlightening us on. So again, if you're feeling some kind, hey Jennifer, feeling some kind of way, I apologize in advance, but I don't apologize because that means you are having an uncomfortable conversation that needs to be had. So, Michael, when you gotta deal with these type of young men, right? The single, dealing with the single parent household, or maybe even a 2-parent household. Do you see anything with the I don't want to say the economical range, but do you? Yeah, you just straight up. You ain't sugarcoat shit. I ain't trying to sugarcoat.
Yeah. Now the issue at the end of the day is similar, but the starting point is very different.
Mm.
A parent who's been struggling,
Mm-hmm.
living in the hood, the kid hasn't been exposed to a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Some who don't like it, and then I got another kid who's coming from a two-parent household who lives in the suburbs, but is having the same issue with education.
Mm-hmm.
Please understand that there's a difference because
Mm.
that two-income household gives that kid a starting point that's higher than the kid who's with a single parent who's struggling.
Ooh.
Now, my
That's good.
conversation is a little bit different because typically in a single parent household, they might not have a strong male presence around. So I always took my job very seriously. Like I don't joke in the hallways. I don't joke with kids because I might be the only professional male they see in their lifetime. And I take that seriously. Yeah.
No, I don't believe it.
I'm not in Atlanta. Please understand that's different.
Wow. Are you serious?
Come on now. They see men. I said professional men. Professional men that get dressed up, put on a suit and tie, and go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's kids who don't see that because they stuck in the hood. All they see is the kid or the men in the hood.
You telling me it's
In the
people
hood.
out here that's never seen, not even at the church, like the pastor don't come in a suit?
We're gonna keep it real?
Yeah, we keep it real.
All
You
right, cool. Because some of those same
said I
men
cool.
who speak it don't walk it. And the minute a kid see, and you and I both know kids are very observant.
Okay.
The minute you say this is what you should do, and they see you doing the opposite, you've lost that kid.
I believe. Oh wow. Yeah, Jennifer. I
And so
mean,
when
yeah,
talking
I
about
agree
being
with that.
professional,
Uh-huh.
I'm very consistent in what I do. I'm very consistent in how I carry myself. I'm very, very consistent in what I'm expecting of them. If you need somebody to cover you, I got a simple request. You got to give me everything that happened, and then we're gonna talk about how to make it right. But if you make me look like a fool, I promise you I'll crush you when I get back.
Now that sounds like me.
Yeah, and won't care.
Wow.
And when they see that you're consistent, like no matter what they've done, you haven't treated them differently.
Yeah.
You start to gain their respect that they'll listen to you. I can go and we're not just talking about our kids, man. I could calm down any kid in any school because of how I carry myself.
Mm-hmm.
Very rarely that I have to raise my voice with them. If it was just to get their attention, and then we'll have a calm conversation. Reason being, psychologically, if I'm yelling at you, you ready to yell back.
That's right.
But if you yelling at me and I'm talking in a calm, soft voice, eventually you'll be like, why the hell am I yelling at him?
Yeah. Wow. I need some education in that. I need help with that because Poe Jordan, I'm telling that I'm about to cuss now.
Yeah,
I
okay.
try not to yell, but
Eventually they're going to get you there.
yeah.
But it's in the other conversations that you have to have that they understand why they got you there. I'm telling you,
That's good.
if all you do is yell, it's nothing but volume. The message is never being heard.
That's good. And that's another quote. If all you do is yell, that's a t-shirt. That's good.
I used to coach that way. Now I'm yelling at my players because that's what I got to do on the court.
Right.
But I would also always tell them, stop listening to the volume. Listen to what I'm saying.
Oh, wait, stop. Look, can we turn all these into t-shirts? I need that. I don't mean to be cracking jokes, but this stuff is good. And I'm trying not to cuss because you probably got your educated friends listening. So I'm just
We'll put all these slogans on your website.
Yes, definitely. We need this. So go back to what you say now. Stop listening. Stop listening to the volume.
Stop listening to my volume and hear what I'm saying.
Man, that's deep. How you get all this? This natural?
This is years of putting in how do I reach a kid?
Yeah.
So you have to have all these tools because what I pull out for you might not work for the next person.
Okay.
So I
True.
have to be able to adjust on the fly. And a lot of times, I think we talked about this earlier, I do a lot of listening.
Mm-hmm.
Kids, adults, I shut up and listen because I got to figure out what is it that you really care about.
Yeah, that's good.
And then when you start mix messaging me, I start calling you out on it. Like I was that guy that if your lie wasn't creative, I just laughed in your face. I just tell at least humor me.
I think I had that problem too.
Yeah, like
I do the same thing.
be creative with it.
Yeah, like come on, man. And I think that's why I started joking like my granddaddy, because that's how he used to tell me, like, if you're gonna lie, at least entertain me. But
Right.
you can't even entertain me, so now I gotta entertain myself before I figure out how I'm really gonna tear
Right.
your ass up.
Right.
Excuse
Before
me.
I lose it.
Yeah. So you saying that brought me back to where I get it from. Oh wow, that's deep.
I mean, honestly, I think for me, I've always used kind of my upbringing, kind of family stuff.
Yeah.
You know, kind of how my dad handled me, and,
Mhm.
and I project that on the kids. Like, at the end of the day, I care.
Yeah.
And like I said, I know for all the students who may have thought I was ignorant, they knew they could count on me.
Right.
Because I tell them, there's two things. There are simple rules for me. I won't care beyond what you care. That's first and foremost. No way I'm going to put way more energy in it than you do.
Right.
And the second thing is, like at the end of the day, you're a kid.
Right.
And I used to tell kids in the face, like, I don't know if a teenager alive who can outsmart me. I just don't.
Right.
Like,
They
even if
try.
you slick, you don't have enough experiences to be smarter than
Right.
like. And then when I really want to make a man, I was like,
Uh-oh.
look, dude, I don't need you. You you can't hire me. Financial advice. You know, you can't write an evaluation or hook me up with a new job. I don't need you. You would need me.
That's good. I'm
And,
gonna
and,
use that one.
and a lot of times it's the smack in the face that gets them to go, oh, he's different.
Right. Cause they do try you because they feel like you
They're kids.
fit.
Every kid
Wow.
tries everybody. Every kid tries every adult to see where the line is.
That's good.
And if you know
That's
that going
good.
in, you can expect, okay, yeah, there's no way he don't even know me or she doesn't even know me. Why would they
Right.
trust me right off the jump?
Wow.
But when you call a spade in their face, then they go, oh, yeah,
Oh my God.
I'm that one.
That's good. Yes. All the time. Oh wow. So how do you feel about, okay, so I know with me growing up, I don't remember all these childhood drugs they give the kids like they do now.
Mhm.
Your professional and personal experience, do you think that's good or bad?
I think in some cases it's needed. I think we have to be realistic about it. If you tried everything else, then I think you start them on it and try to wean them off after they learn how to self control. But what
Mm-hmm.
they do is deny it, and everything else isn't working. Because at the end of the day, you said, "Yeah, I didn't put my kid on drugs, but your kid's got a 1.2 GPA."
Yeah, that's ugly.
And honestly, because they're so frustrated with their life, if it's not the prescription drugs they're going to do, they weeding up.
True.
Let's just
Now
be honest.
that's true. Yeah. That's
Give it,
sad and true.
yeah, I'm not saying go to it immediately, but it's
Mm-hmm.
worth a try. And over the years, wean them off of it. I've seen kids be extremely successful on it
Mm.
because literally
Okay.
their chemical imbalance is just way off. And we have to understand that, especially when the time they get to like fifth and sixth grade,
Mm-hmm.
kids is crazy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But it's legitimate.
Yeah.
Just think about it. They got probably the greatest change in hormones going on,
Mm-hmm.
probably the greatest growth spurt they go through.
Mm-hmm.
And they go from, because of the change in all this, they go from a little innocent kid to this young teenager pretty much
Mm-hmm.
in a matter of months. We're
Yeah.
looking at them different and we're expecting them to be able to understand it and control it. I call it the chemical imbalance.
Now that I will agree with. Yeah. I totally agree with that. Wow, that's deep.
Man, all the
But
parent conferences I used to have in middle school, I would tell the parents, you keep laying the foundation and then just hold on. They'll
hmm,
outgrow most of this, and all that foundation will come back into play as they enter high school. But you got to hold on. It's going to be tough, but just hold on.
yeah, you sound like the counselor we had with Jordan. Yep, that was true.
Yeah.
And that was her thing. Hold on. Keep it in the road. It's a lot going on.
Yeah.
But I promise you she'll be all right because she has strength to be all right.
And foundations were laid.
Yeah. Before the rockiness.
Right. I mean, I tell
Wow,
people,
Michael, that's good.
for all the parents who are going to listen to this, as tough
Yeah.
as it is to hear, you rather the kid have all their issues in middle school than have them in high school.
Ooh.
Two reasons. One, from a grade standpoint, middle school really don't hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
You can be a poor student in middle school, and it has nothing to do with how well you can do in high school. Those high
Mm-hmm.
school grades are permanent. They follow you forever.
Mm-hmm.
The second part of that is, though, middle school issues are middle school issues. School issues are high school issues. Those issues are going to be far worse if your kid has to deal with it then than having that spurt when they were in middle school.
That's good. I'm gonna have to take this clip because that's what we're dealing with. A few really more middle schoolers dealing with the transition versus high schoolers, and then the high schoolers that I'm dealing with, they are excelling, but right, like you said, they dealing with the issues that are around right now, COVID, then you got social media, and then you got everybody that's just trying to figure out their way right now. Nobody really knows it. Everybody's in an uncertain world.
Yes, but I think there's deeper conversations that we need to be having with these young adults. Instead of worrying about where you fit in social media,
Yeah.
figure out where you fit in with your own life.
Oh, that's good. Uh-huh.
Because none of those likes really are putting dollars in your pocket.
Right.
And quite honestly, in 5 years, most of the people that are liking you now, you won't even talk to. So,
In 1 year.
right. So what's the point?
Exactly. That's definitely the conversation I have. Don't look at likes, don't look at comments. Matter of fact, just get off social media. It should be for fun and socially keeping up with your immediate crew who you can see outside of social media. Other than that, it's fictitious.
It'll develop though. For kids,
Yeah.
it's just
Wow.
so much on their plate right now. But it takes guidance. It takes people who
Yeah.
are strong to talk to them.
And I think that's the other problem. Most of the adults need to be talking to.
The issue is we always have people in our circles that are
Mhm.
down to earth.
Yeah.
and being successful. All of us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, even though it's the same message, like I would tell people, parents, I'm going to give your kid the same message you just gave them, but it's different coming from me because they don't really have to deal with me other than in school.
That's good. Uh-huh.
And everything that comes out your mouth is from a parent.
Right. Exactly. I totally agree. That's good. That's the same thing I say. We all gonna sound the same. It's just it sounds different coming from me versus your
Exactly.
mama or your daddy or somebody.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
Okay. Well, that's it for my question. I'm gonna have to bring you back because I know it's gonna be more questions coming in, and they're gonna want to hear from you directly. I saw your email was down there. There you go. Go ahead, BG Promotions. You right on it. Contact Michael Edge at D Edge Taxes at Yahoo?
D Edge Taxes at Yahoo.
I like that. What's the D stand for?
Don't ask. No, just kidding.
I believe it. So. Leave it to the edge. Well,
No, everything is under. It's actually a play on the.
Okay.
So D Edge Taxes, D Edge Photography. Then I kind of switched it up. MRE Sportswear for your shirts.
MRE.
MRE Sportswear.
Okay.
And then this one you'll probably like Edge Expectations Travel.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, we don't always promote. Everything under the same umbrella.
Everything, right? We're gonna have to package that all together for you in a website. Get this thing rolling.
Yeah, I'm right there. You know, a lot of it now is just looking at what's next for me.
Okay.
So I'm looking at building income streams of the retirement money I have and the investment money I have that just allows me to put my feet up and live life comfortably.
Right. Oh, we didn't even talk about investments. That was one of my questions. See, this is why time almost up. We got 7 minutes. Listen, I was told check out Whole Life. Wait, what Fly Tie said? I had a combo with my daughter, and she said she can't learn the way school is set up now. Oh, he has a question. How do he help her? Yeah, Fly, it's rough in South Carolina, bro, for real.
Yeah,
But
I
go ahead,
don't
Michael.
doubt that because most kids need face to face. But she's got to persevere through. She's got to be able to do it and push through because all this is building strength for later. If you allow her to excuse herself out of it now, when times get tough, she's going to have excuses already built into her psyche.
That's good. That's good. That's one of the things I'm always telling Jordan. Like, just because you home, don't mean you get to be extra relaxed. Like, how you absent in the class? How you tardy?
Okay, well, we got some people who work from home who late to work.
Wait, don't say that on there.
I'm talking.
You repeating what I'm saying.
Yeah, how you late to work when you work from home?
Right. I'm like, come on now. And then the teachers are nonchalant. So I'm like, so you telling me I'm being more of a jerk because I'm mad and y'all like, oh, it's okay. I change it just long as she get in. Like, come on, man. So yeah, she noticed I'm not winning.
Yeah, it's tough because they don't want to punish kids because they don't know the home circumstance.
Yeah.
But our kids will take advantage of it in a heartbeat.
That part. That's what I'm saying. You know better.
No doubt.
Because that was one of the teachers. That's exactly what she said. She was like, it's hard because we don't know their circumstances. And she's like, I hate to say it. Jordan is actually doing great. She's one of the students that's excelling. So she technically don't even have to be in on time. Just show up. I'm like, but when she come back to school, she gonna be outside in the hallway talking because she don't have the same mindset. Like,
but that's the foundation you set though. So you just gotta ride the wave.
Oh Lord.
What you gonna
Me
ask
and
me
this
about
way
investment?
keep crashing. Me and this way keep crashing, bro. Cause I'm old school, like.
Yeah, I get it. You're gonna
But
ask me your question about investment before we lose time.
yes, let's go. So my question for the investment was: someone mentioned putting money, taking money out of a savings and putting it in a whole life insurance as a savings.
Yeah, you can, but I would have different options on that.
Okay.
Again, depending on the circumstance, because I think depending on where you are, like if that's the only way you can save, then fine.
Mm-hmm.
Better off. So let's say, just makes life easy. Let's say the
Yeah.
whole life is $100.
Mm-hmm.
You probably can get a term life policy for the same amount of money for $30 and put that 70 in a real investment that's going to gather you money down the line.
Oh, so break it up.
Right.
So is that like $100 a month or a one-time honey?
No, $100 a month. Come on now.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna definitely need a different conversation.
Oh, you talking about? I was thinking I was gonna flip 100, so I was like, oh, okay, yeah, we're gonna have a separate investment conversation
no
for
doubt.
sure.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, stop being cheap with yourself.
Yeah, I am. I definitely need to stop.
Because nobody really wants to work. Right? Like everybody's got goals. I want to retire early.
Yeah.
Well, what you doing so that you can retire early?
Mm-hmm.
You wait for God just to come down and say, okay, today you can stop working. That ain't gonna happen unless
That's
you
good.
plan for it.
So, as an entrepreneur, what's one good tip to be able to save? Well, invest.
I would say, and I kind of shared this last time, whatever the side money that you're bringing in, especially if you're still working a regular job as well, that side money should be paying some of your the bills so that you can pay yourself from your regular salary.
Okay, so side money pays bills, salary pays yourself.
Right, because what I'm trying to do is teach you how to start taking money off the top of your own salary first.
Oh,
Because when you start investing in yourself first, then you pay yourself like a bill, and all of a sudden that stuff starts to grow.
Oh, pay us. Oh, I like that. My bills is ugly. Okay, invest in yourself first. What you say?
We're not going to need a 2-day session.
No, we need a whole week. Look, and then we gotta come when we come back, which we gotta come back. When do your tax season kick in at high gear in January?
Typically around the end of January, it starts to pick up. February and March tends to be the highest.
Okay.
I'm year round. Like I'm waiting on a corporate client to drop off his stuff. He's a month late as it is, but you know,
so I can bring you back on, let's say December, so we can have the Christmas conversation with don't overspend and how to spend and all that type of stuff.
That's a waste of oxygen, but okay.
I'm saying I might want to, instead of buying Uggs, I might want to know if I need to get Uggs stock.
Here's the first issue with that whole if you're going to bring me in December, you've already spent that money Black Friday. So
how you know I'm planning to spend money Black Friday?
That's a waste of oxygen at that point.
Well, I'm bringing you in December anyway, and we're going to see how much I spent Black Friday. How about that?
Okay.
Which I'm trying to work the whole day, so I don't spend nothing. But I don't know about Cyber Monday.
Yeah, like this black psychology. Like you're not gonna get on the internet and go, yeah, that looks good. Let me buy that.
Oh my God. See, and that's why you keep it 100. That's why you Edge. I appreciate all of that. But I'm definitely gonna book my session with you because I need it.
Come on, anytime. Let's get it right.
We're gonna get your business get you popping as well with this website because we're gonna have to get you webinized.
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting there.
See?
So many things going on, and like my goals are different.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it will help me,
Uh-huh.
but I'm also in a position where I'm comfortable, but I like the push.
Oh, that's good. You sound like me. That's me.
So I can like I'm gonna try to say this in a way that doesn't get me in trouble online.
Okay.
In 4 years, I can retire, put my feet up, and not have to do anything else the rest of my life.
Okay.
And that's just straight up
Right.
because all the sacrifices I made up to this point.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is to start a legacy with my own kids.
Okay.
So some of the stuff I'm trying to do on the side now that might help me in retirement is so I don't even have to touch my investments at all. I can pass that
Right.
down to them and then teach them how to keep that going for grandkids and great grandkids.
And see, that's a master class. You got to teach that to people, all of us. You got to have all the edges. So therefore, hey boo, hey Moni. So therefore, we might be setting your website, setting you up on the web to be the next great speaker and teaching and
Okay. So part of the reason why because you know that edge trait.
yeah.
At some point, somebody gonna say something to the left, and we gonna step to the left.
It's not like that out here. It's not like that. We're gonna talk.
Yeah, come on now.
We gonna talk.
You know, parents, I told you, do we need to step outside? Look,
Oh God,
don't
no.
let this suit and tie fool you.
Here come the edge. They've been waiting on it all night.
Yeah, you ain't gonna talk to me crazy. Like, nah, you ain't talking to me crazy.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That was good. But thank you for your expertise for tonight. I learned a new word, CV.
Yeah.
My cousin got fly generational wealth. He got a very impressive CV. Y'all make sure y'all check out DEdge taxes at yahoo.com. Email him, book him. We all need help with our taxes. Look at Fly. Now he want to come and start something. But
Hey, anytime. Oh, seriously, for everybody who's listening to the email, I'm telling you, my consultation is free. It's free advice. It's anything to help our people get ahead. Ultimately, I believe in the free advice because it's going to be from the heart and it's going to be good. You'll be a client anyway. So,
word, I like it. And on that note, thank y'all for tuning in live with Tisa Edge. And I was chatting with my cousin, Michael Edge. Shout out to BG Promotions, too. Thank you for holding it down tonight, BG. All right, good night.